I cannot believe this little remote works with this gigantic plane. Welcome back to the Goodol'boys channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how ridiculous this plane and remote setup is. So here we go. This remote right here can bind to this big 1.5 meter timber. And keep in mind, this remote is for a small park flyer plane. It actually came off my Champ S Plus right here. But you can take the small remote, bind it to a big plane, and it's surprising the range that this thing has. I've actually never ran the plane out of range. So we're gonna jump right into the video and show you guys how good the range is on this remote. All right guys, so we have this remote. We got our neighbor Fido over here, and we got this big plane. And I can't believe this thing works. This came off a Champ S Plus. You guys can see it's an MLP6DSM, whatever that means. It came off the Champ S Plus. So today we're gonna push our luck. We're gonna see how far we can fly this thing with this remote. No tricks or anything like that. Garrett, you don't have any remotes under your shirt or anything? No. Okay, all right, here we go. Hopefully, actually probably better check everything works, because we actually just came in for a crash landing. Do it. So unfortunately, the plane just looks like a little black speck in a lot of the video here, so it's not really that entertaining to watch. So we're just gonna chop most of it out. Now, I will show you guys some video of the farthest point out of the plane. It was very far out. We had the camera in full zoom, and also on my editing software, I can zoom even further into the video. So we got probably 30 times zoom at least on the plane. It's still a little teeny tiny black speck. Which just gives you an idea of how far the plane was out. Even in person, it was very far out. I mean, very, very far. So just gives you a sense of the range on this little remote. And keep in mind, it's a park flyer remote. I was using it because I didn't want to fork out the money for a better remote at the time. And keep in mind, I already had this remote from my Champ S Plus, so I figured if it would work good enough, I would just use it, and that's what I did. So that's the main point of this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the description box before you go. There's lots of other awesome videos going to be linked in the description box below. But I also was going to talk about the 2 remotes, the 2 planes, and then what battery I'm using in the Timber. So let's go over that stuff real quick. So we'll go over the size of the planes. It's pretty obvious. That's a park flyer. This is a 1.5 meter plane. Big difference is how far out you can fly the plane. You can get a lot farther away with this plane just because you can see it a lot farther out. So the point being that it's amazing that this small park flyer remote has that much range, or enough range to be able to fly something of this size. But it does. It gets the job done, and if you need a cheap remote, this is definitely the way to go. Now, with that being said, you can also find something like this, which is my upgraded remote that I'm actually using with the 1.5 meter Timber here. With this remote, you get LED indicators. These LED indicators let you know how much juice you have left in your battery, so you're not going to kill the remote while you're flying. You also have high and low rates. You have a bunch of switches, so a bunch more adjustment on this remote compared to this remote. However, again, this remote will get the job done, and you could probably find one of these for like $15 used. This one had corrosion in it from batteries, and so somebody sold it for like $30 to me, and it's working fine, so I'm going to use it. All right, so for the battery, I found that the stock 2200 E-Flite battery just doesn't give you nearly enough runtime. If you want like 10 or 15 minute flights, you need to get like a 5000 mAh 3S LiPo, which is what I have here. Yes, this will fit in this thing, and yes, you do kind of have to cram it in there. This is a TRX 4 Sport here. This will give you guys a good idea of what size the battery is. I put it in there, pretty well fills the entire tray. There's no side-to-side movement, and you know, if I push it all the way forward, you can see there's maybe a few millimeters of space left in there front to back. So again, really big battery. When I'm running this battery in the plane, I find that to get the CG right, you kind of have to slide it back in there a little bit more. and that'll get the CG right, or at least where I like it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the description box below. Lots of other awesome videos down there. I'll catch you guys on the next video.
Woo!
It's all about humanity.